McKinley of Mommy of 8. I know it's been a while since I came on and did a video. I am wearing a tank top right now because I'm really sick. But I was sitting here playing with the baby that I always have. Hi! She's 5 months now. You guys get to see her grow up right before your eyes. Her name is Cadence. And me personally, I like to play with ponies. Okay? I have this thing. I love my little ponies, okay? And she likes them too. So we sit here and we play with the ponies. And we have fun. Look, I have ponies all behind me. I have a unicorn. I have a whole bunch of ponies. I have elephants. I have all kinds of stuff. So, anyways. And I thought to myself, I'm doing these videos for you guys to kind of, I guess, learn not my lifestyle, but not learn how to be a better mother or a better parent, but maybe kind of understand how to be a better parent, or some tricks or tips or something that, you know, makes it a little easier for you. Sorry, I do breastfeed, but I make sure it's not on camera. But, you know, it's just, I do this video so you guys can maybe see, have some interesting information about how to be a mom, especially a mom of multiple children, even a mom of just one child. Okay, and this is going to be a very controversial subject, and I might get a lot of comments saying I'm crazy, or F you, or you know what, I'll raise my kids the way I want to. Fine, raise your kids the way you want to. I'm not telling you how to raise your kids. I'm giving you ideas. As I tell you right now, I have 8 children. I've brought in 2 more, and they're amazing kids. Not one of my children has children. Not one of my children has done drugs. Not one of my children sneaks out at night. I know, because I have an alarm system. Another thing we'll talk about in a different video. None of my kids have gotten arrested. None of my kids have even so much as said, fuck you, to me. Okay? Or called me a name. Ever. And I have a 19-year-old. Okay? My children, 19 boy, 16 girl, 13 boy, 10-year-old girl, 7-year-old boy, 4-year-old girl. Sorry, sometimes I have to think. 4-year-old girl, 2-year-old girl, and a 5-month-old girl. Okay? And I brought in my godson, who is 20. And he had a very rough upbringing. So it's been hard for him to transition from his upbringing to ours, our household, which is not strict, but there's rules that you have to follow. And aside from the rules, as long as you follow the rules, we're pretty laid back. I mean, we're really laid back as long as you follow the rules. Some of the rules being, you do your chores. Everybody has them, everybody does them. You do your homework. Get your schoolwork done, because your school is your future. You treat everybody in this house with respect. You do not say curse words in front of the little kids. So, let me explain a little bit more on that one. I have my 19-year-old, my 16-year-old, my 20-year-old, and we're watching a scary movie, right? And my daughter goes, holy shit, that scared the living out of me. And she said the word fuck, right? None of my little kids are up. It's me and my older adult kids. Why is that not okay? You know, some parents out there say, it's disrespectful to say the word fuck in front of a parent. Why? It's a word. It really is. It's a word that was made up. It's like me saying, oh, the word blunky bow now is all of a sudden the worst curse word in the world, and you can't say it in front of me. Why? Now, the reason why I don't want them saying those things in front of the little kids is because they could then, you know, their first word could then be, hey mom, fuck you, you know, which is not good. They don't need to be saying those words at a little age. And some people might say, well, if it's just a word, and your older kids can say them in front of you, then why not let your little kids walk around and say them? Because there comes an age where it's disrespectful. And it's not proper English. When I know that my children, my 16-year-old honors student, who's graduating early, double majoring, okay, and my 19-year-old who's graduated in college, and my 20-year-old, they're already educated, okay? I'm educated. I have 4 degrees. I run businesses. I have a nonprofit. I'm educated. My husband, he's graduated. He has multiple degrees. He's educated. So we're educated people. We know if we say the word fuck, it's because, you know, it's something like, wow. Now, I personally don't like the word fuck. I don't. I think it's too rough, you know. And I'm going to put a big warning sign on this video before I put it. Warning signs, curse words are in it. Okay, so if you don't want your little kids hearing it, don't have them in the room. Okay. You know, bitch, it's a female dog. So, you know, if you want to get technical, you know, if you don't want to call somebody a bitch, you're like, you know what, you're a female dog. And it's the same thing. It's just the word bitch. Okay. Asshole. It's a thing. You have a hole in your butt that your poop comes out of. So it's a thing. It's an asshole. Now you can call it a butthole. Now calling someone an asshole or a butthole, yeah, that's kind of mean. But if they're being one, okay. Sorry. Had to change clothes. My husband came in and said I shouldn't be doing my show in a tank top because, you know. So I put on this pretty little frilly thing. And so, at any rate, we're talking about, you know, curse words. Okay. Yeah, you don't want your little children walking around saying curse words. No. But when they get older, I mean, really, it's like, and anything, if anybody thinks the word dork is okay, let me educate you. I'm going to educate you real quick. Okay, you say that fuck is so bad, right? When fuck, correct me if I'm wrong on this. If I'm wrong, please comment down in the comment section and say, well, fuck actually means this. And give me a true meaning for it. Because, in my understanding, there is no true meaning of the word fuck other than it's a bad word. Okay? Dork. You're no problem. The kid going, oh, mom, you're such a dork. Oh, mom, you're such a dork. You know what it means? A whale penis. Yes. Your child just called you a dick, basically. Alright, so yes, basically, your kid just called you a dick. And, if you want to go back, let's go back to ass real quick. Ass is a donkey. Literally. So, if you hear your kid going, you know, that guy's such an ass, like, oh, you know a donkey? You know, you gotta lighten up a little bit. Yeah, don't accept language like that all the time, because, you know, I see parents all over the place around here. Their kid looking at them going, you know what, fuck you, mom. Oh, backhand, you don't speak to me that way. My kids do not speak to me that way. The difference between them speaking about something, or them being older and speaking about a movie, or speaking about somebody they don't like, or something like that, versus them calling you something. That's a respect issue. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone. Because respect is respect is respect. You must demand respect as a parent. And demanding respect doesn't mean, oh, I don't cook you dinner at 5 o'clock. I don't get up in the morning and make you breakfast. I don't wash your clothes. I don't make sure you have internet to do your schoolwork on. I don't make sure you have this and the other, but I expect you to respect me. Not the way it works, parents. Sorry, just because you squeeze them out doesn't mean that's an automatic respect card. Sorry. It doesn't. It absolutely does not. And respect goes both ways. Okay? It really does. Alright? And yes, I'm sitting here telling you, I respect all my children. Even down to this little one. You want to know why? Because they respect me. They listen to me. They follow my rules. They thank me when I give them something. They're good kids. So when they're good kids, absolutely I respect them. Because you know what? They have absolutely deserved it. Okay? So respect does go both ways. And yes, respect is earned. It is not just automatically given. Okay? So any parent who sits out there and says, oh, I squeezed you out, even though I was on all kinds of drugs and crack and this and the other, left you in a dumpster, and now I come back all clean, and I got you back, and now you need to respect me. The fuck they do. I'm sorry, but no. Respect needs to happen when you earn it. You earn it. If you're a good mom, you love your kids, you wipe the snot off their nose, you give them love and attention, and you treat them all fair, all the same. If you have multiple children, treat them all the same. Don't let one get away with hell and the other one get to do nothing. Because I see that a lot, and it really, really, really irks me. You know, treat them all the same. If you're going to let one girl go and spend the night at somebody's house for days on end, and you know that they're dating, okay, but you won't let your other child spend the night at a person's house where they're dating, well, that's just wrong. Okay? Now, we'll get into the whole sleeping in people's houses while dating thing in a little bit, because at sometimes that can create teenage pregnancy, and that is a bad thing. But there's a way to do it if there's trust. And if parents, like I said, if you don't like what I'm saying, don't do it. Take what you like and toss what you don't like. Okay? Take what you like, toss what you don't like. Alright, but I can tell you, all my children are good kids. They're really, really good kids. And they don't disrespect me. They don't walk around town. My kids are known, and they're known for being good kids. Okay? So, alright. Now, we're going to get to tolerance. So it's kind of a little bit of the meaning of this video. And I'm going to try and cut this video as short as I can. But when I get on videos like these, I tend to go along for a while, because in order to truly understand what I'm saying, you have to truly hear, everything, okay? And this video is all about tolerance and parental tolerance. And we're talking about tolerance of gay people, lesbian, bisexual, transgender, pansexual, and straight. Every single opinion. I was playing with that My Little Pony with my daughter just now, the little rainbow dash. And I told her, I said, this pony means that you can marry whoever you want. A boy, a girl, a boy who used to be a girl who used to be a boy. Anybody. Because that's their right. Who's it to us to say that they can't marry who they love? It's not my business who they love, as long as they treat them right and they are a good person. That is what I care about. I've had parents say to me, I would rather my daughter marry, and this is, I'm not trying to be rude in any way, this is just a quote that I heard from somebody else. I would rather my daughter marry a Caucasian man living in a trailer with no money, on methamphetamines, than have her marry a wealthy black man. who would keep her happy and love her and care for her. What parent would do that to their child? Think about yourselves as a parent when you think about that. Think about what you're condemning your children to possibly, not always, possibly living a horrible, miserable life because you want to be a small-minded moron. That's just sad. That's what's wrong with some of the parenting. People ask me, how do you have 8 kids? How do you do it? How are they so polite? How do they offer to do things for you? How do they get straight A's? How do you get them? Ask me all the time. Well, these videos is me telling you how it happens. And this is a big part of it. Tolerance. If your daughter loves a girl, don't stand there and say, oh, well, you're 16, you don't know, in 2 years, you don't even know if you're a lesbian right now. In a couple of years, you could go for a guy. Okay, good point. So when you were 16, did you know you liked the cheerleader over there, or did you think you might want to suck one of the football guys' penises in a couple of years? Did you know? Of course you knew. At 16. I'm sorry, at 16 you know whether you want to be with boys or you want to be with girls, or if you want to be with both, or if you don't really care about the gender, and you care about the person. That's pansexual. You don't care whether they're boy or girl, as long as they treat you good, and they're a good person inside, and they agree with your values. That is what's important. I think everybody in the world should be pansexual. Oh yeah, well they can't have kids. If God wanted, first of all, I'm not coming down on Christians. I do not happen to be one. However, I will not come down on Christians. I am just paraphrasing what I have heard. If God wanted everybody to be, gay, why wouldn't they let them have babies? Well, my theory is a really nice one, actually. Maybe all the babies who are unwanted, thrown away, who aren't wanted, and those gay couples, they're together and want babies, maybe that's what they're there for. Maybe God, God, your God, my God, whoever's version of God, had a puzzle plan in his head, and no piece was left without a piece to match it. So if one puzzle piece gets thrown away by its parental puzzle piece, maybe it's meant to match with this puzzle piece way over here. Maybe if we thought more like that, the world would be a lot less chaotic. I'll be back. I'm going to take care of the baby. Okay. I'm back. She's asleep for now. But I watched back the videos that I just did, and I really think that I said all of that I can say that really, really puts a finger on everything, Hate is hate, and if you don't hate, you get so much love in your life. My daughter is a lesbian, and she has a beautiful girlfriend who's a sweet girl who has been welcomed into this family with open arms, and I have gained a possible daughter from this. A sweet daughter, one who comes over and pitches in to do chores and respects me and says, "I love you, Mom," and that makes my heart feel good. I have a son who has a girlfriend who, now, this is where the whole sleeping together thing comes in. I'm going to touch on this and then my video will be over. But there is a chance, there's a lot of parents who absolutely will not let girlfriend, boyfriends sleep at the other person's house. Because there's a chance that they could have sex. There's a chance that a pregnancy could happen. Okay. 1, in my house, there's a rule. Nobody has sex under my roof but me. And as I told you earlier, all of my kids abide by my rules. If they don't, there's severe consequences. And you also, if you pay attention and you watch them and you let the girlfriend or boyfriend know of the rules, then it can very easily become a successful situation. I have my son's girlfriend. She stays the night here 90%, I say 80 to 90% of the time. I homeschool her here. I take care of her. I won't go into her family business because it's not my business to tell. But when she's here, she does chores. She's polite. She does everything we ask her to do. She is sweet and loving and loves my children. She's been with my son for almost a year. And my son's 13. And he's been with one girl for almost a year. And no, they have not had sex. And people go, well, when you're sleeping, how do you know? I'm sorry, but if you're a good parent, you know. Okay, first of all, you have one kid sleep on the couch. You have one kid sleep in the bedroom where their siblings sleep. Okay? And you keep your bedroom door open. And you have a surveillance system. I have a camera in my living room that shows me if somebody gets up, somebody sits down, and I also have a camera pointing down the hallway. It shows me which room they go into. For the first little bit, they were not allowed to sleep together. Ever. And then one night they fell asleep together on the living room floor watching a movie, and we left them there. Nothing happened. They had so much respect for me and for us, and nothing happened. One, she doesn't want to have sex. She's too young. He doesn't want to. He's too young. He thinks it would ruin their relationship. And the upbringing that I have given them has given them that thought. So, this subject, there is no true right and wrong of how to do it. And I totally can understand and agree with parents who say, you know, not going to spend the night over your girlfriend's house. Not going to spend the night at your boyfriend's house. I get it. I do. Except if they're lesbians. I mean, they can't get pregnant. What I mean, honestly, what can they do? Touch each other? Trust me, if they're not touching each other, they're going to touch each other at some point, somewhere. Now, we don't advocate that, and we don't say go for it, but it really takes a lot of the worry out of it. So, that, I have no qualms with allowing my daughter's girlfriend to sleep over here. Her parents don't allow it, which is fine. I can respect that. I think it's a little, I don't know. I respect that because, you know, it's their child. But when they allow their other child to spend the night at her girlfriend's house repetitively, that's when I have a problem. That's all I'll say about that. Okay, and so this subject is, it's whatever your preference is. You know, if you want to allow them to sleep, you know, spend the night, and put together whatever rules you want to put together to make it to where they do not get frisky, that's up to you. I know the rules in my house and the way I've raised my children have made it to where it can happen and nothing happens. And I know nothing happens because, like I said, we're very astute and we have a very good surveillance system. Not to mention we have 8 children. They talk. All the kids share rooms. So they would tell me, oh, Mom, so-and-so did this. You know what I mean? So for us, it's not a problem. For other people, it might be, and that's your choice. You know, and I'm not trying to change anybody's mind on that, and that's not a bad thing if you don't allow it. But my whole thing with that is, if you allow one kid to do something, allow them all to do it. You know, just be fair, be loving, and I will do another video soon here on. My husband really wanted me to do a video on consistency, being consistent with chores and rules and things like that, because consistency is the key to keeping them doing what you demand them to do. So the next video will be about consistency. This one was about tolerance. I hope somebody learned something. I hope this goes around the internet and people hear me and learn. If they don't, I did my best. Love to all. Bye-bye.